Hey y'all, Carolina Tony here. Today, I am going to tell you a story about a man by the name of Hamilton Carhartt. And that name may sound familiar to you because he was the founder of the Carhartt Industries that makes clothes today. Anyway, this story is about the grand mansion that he built back probably around 1934, 1935. He didn't get to enjoy it very long, and I'll tell you that story right after this station identification. There is the Catawba River, and there is the river trail running along the river. And I don't know how this property was accessed, perhaps on a little river road through here, but this place is up on a steep hill, and I am still nursing a broken foot. I am in a brace for another 5 weeks now, but it's okay, long as I don't twist it. We're gonna climb these steps and get to where the mansion ruins are. This grand mansion was built on the Catawba River. You can see it through the trees there. Probably around 1934, 1935 by a man by the name of Hamilton Carhartt. He owned a very large textile factory here in the area, as well as there were other textile manufacturers at the same time here in this part of South Carolina. Carhartt actually lived in Michigan, but he wanted to be close to some of his plants, so he built this grand, beautiful home on the Catawba River. Sitting high up on the hill, you can see a lot of work went into this thing. Hand-laid stone, the river rock. Placed perhaps one by one, this would have been the porch or patio that you could come up and relax and sit under the shade. I could tell I had a roof on it from the pillow placements or the foundations where the pillows would have been. But sit up here on the patio or veranda and overlook that river. Must have been beautiful back in the day. Of course, today this is all that remains. Carhartt died in an automobile accident in 1937, only 2 years after the completion of the home. It sat vacant for many, many years afterward, fell in disrepair. Later on, someone bought it and tried to bring it back, but it did not pan out, as you can see. And we will enter the once house, and I'm going to guess by just the placement of the foundation and all, this is where we would have went in at. There are the basement stairs going down. And of course the graffiti artists have been down here. There was the chimney. Probably right here would have been the grand entrance. I'm not sure. I believe it's broken up. There's another fireplace over there. It almost looks like there were two houses. Perhaps this was inside, I'm not sure. This does not look like, this looks like a dirt walkway connecting two separate structures. There's another angle. Well, I finally figured it out. This is the path that I took. So the road to get to the mansion, back in the day when you were driving turn of the century automobiles, you would have came up this way, and it looks like the driveway split and went around the mansion. Ruins are right through there. Well, there is the mansion, and about maybe 50 yards from the mansion, down a little trail, there are more foundations and structures. I've got to be real careful. It's a real steep hill. I believe from some research that I've done that this would have been the spring house. And for those that don't know, a spring house is a low spot that would have had perhaps a well or just low in the ground where they would keep things that they wanted to keep cool, such as milk and dairy products. And it's below the earth there. And I'm not sure what this was, but it looks like three separate foundations. I've noticed that the mansion would have sat on this area separate from this area over here. Even though it was built in the early 1900s, perhaps the kitchen would have been out on this section. It doesn't appear that it was covered. From what I'm walking on, it looks like there was never a foundation here, and the steps leading down to that level. So I'm just guessing that would have been perhaps servants' quarters or perhaps a kitchen. I can tell from the ceramic tile that would have been perhaps a bathroom, maybe. Well, that is going to be a wrap for our trip to the exploration of the Carhartt Mansion ruins. It just goes to show you, regardless of how much money you have, things do not last forever. That's a fact. Mr. Carhartt lived approximately 2 years prior to passing away of an automobile accident, and this is what it's come to now. And this is in a very remote area. I don't know how they got here. Perhaps the roads that led here are gone now. Nonetheless, it's a small walking trail. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give me a big old thumbs up. Be sure to share this video with your family and friends. And if you hadn't subscribed yet, please do so if you will, and click that bell so you'll be notified every time we put a video out, which is always on Mondays and Fridays and sometimes in between. But for now, y'all have a good day.